No. No. Where did it go? There it is. All of a sudden, my mod thing for Discord disappeared, and I could start hearing myself type.
Oops.
I was like, no. All right. Apparently, I'm the fastest typer in my class because everyone freaking comments on how fast I've been able to get answers up. All right. How's it going, everybody? I know we have Ken's AFK at the moment. He should be back soon. Rex is Rexing.
People are waking up. Still
Yeah.
a little bit grumpy.
Bonjour.
Buongiorno.
Bungee cord.
Buenavu. Rex.
Yeah, whatever.
I will call him if he fell asleep.
Fuck you.
Alright. So, do you guys remember where you left off? I mean, obviously, one person does because they talked about eating feathered meat. Feathered meat.
We literally just finished.
We are surrounded by the corpses of the Pegasi we killed.
Yes.
Yep.
So many pretty white horses.
You mean so much luncheon meat made available?
That's processed meat. Luncheon meat's not available yet.
Did we find out why they did the thing? Because
They had a rune on their head that I forgot to check out.
Oh, is the rune
Well, you
still
failed to check out.
I just didn't.
She straight up
I
forgot.
didn't even try. And I'm pretty sure it's gone.
Yeah, by now you guys would notice that the what the runes were glowing on their forehead is now gone, as their color turns from black back to white. Ah! Just freaking banged my thing of water up against my teeth. It's metal.
Ow.
Hey, Paprika.
Right.
But yeah, I can't even look at the rune now because it is gone. And, my specialty is just forgot to do it at all.
I was actually thinking, it's like, oh, she has the rune specialty, so now these runes will actually get investigated properly. Nope.
Yeah, we were getting attacked, and I'm semi-squishy, and my brain went, you just kill him.
Can I use a just immediately cast detect magic without ritual casting it? See if I can find any residue of said magic on their forehead.
So you just want to cast detect magic?
Yep.
Alright, well, you do cast detect magic, however, any sort of residual magic that is there is gone. However, when you start looking around, you do detect a little bit of residual magic in the area. The type of magic you can no longer detect, but there is, like, in the same area where they actually were, there's a bit slight glow, and then it just disappears.
Oh, curious. Oh well. At which point she just claps her hands. Let's get these dissected. We'll have a amazing breakfast today.
Also, is anybody else game right now in dark mode, or is that just something that you toggle individually?
You can toggle it.
Toggle individual.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I controlled it or not, but yeah, dark mode's nice.
Todak's gonna start carving up some meat.
Right, give me survival checks.
Before you do,
Todak just holds the knife over his head.
These creatures are celestial beings. Give me a moment to say a prayer for them. And she will go about doing that, to pay respects and all that, and then let nature take its course.
Ah, yes, a woman of faith. Yes, we must pray before we eat.
Todak is nature.
You misunderstand my intent. She's praying for their safe passage back to the celestial realm.
Ah,
And
all
an
right, all right.
apology, and an apology for our part in their demise.
It's
Yeah,
very
big
good.
whoops on my part.
I mean, it's very nice that there is a lady of faith to take care of Todak and his many, many transgressions.
Well, with
I think it's Todak.
strictly speaking, with Todak,
It's a little bit different for doing it for a monster or a creature, but one that is literally a typically considered good being from the celestial plane.
Yeah.
There's a certain level of what's the word I'm looking for?
Respect.
Respect.
Decorum.
Yeah, that needs to be shown. And
As
sorrow or empathy.
Todak's just hopping there with a freaking ready to go knife, ready to cut the sucker open and have horse steak for the next 6 weeks.
Then she takes her time to actually say the prayer deliberately.
I can finally add horse feathers to my trophy list.
Finally.
Yeah, I was gonna say some interesting items, horse feathers.
All right. You do the prayer. They have a slight glow about them while you do it, and then it fades, and their bodies truly become cold. Holy shit. Oh my god, thank you so much, May May, for the 5 gifted subs.
Holy crap.
I love you.
Damn.
Can't stop
I
me
mean-
now.
I mean, we could. I just don't think we will.
No. Hey, how's it going? Herbie.
I have an interesting stream I have to do today too.
Oh, I'm shocked by this. I think she's still high on sugar. Alright. So, if you want to carve these guys up, give me some survival checks. Everybody that wants to start carving.
I just want some feathers.
Todak can get you feathers.
Yes.
Okay. More interesting, whether to put them on display or use in later magical spells.
The answer is yes.
Todak treats it like any other creature of the earth. Guts it, throws its organs onto the ground in a big pile, and then starts skidding.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going to assume that
Thanks
one
for the
would
sub.
be enough. These things
Yeah,
are
mate.
huge.
Oh yeah, no, Todak's not greedy.
Alright, you have a good day at class.
One critter enough.
Yeah. These things are large creatures. It's like trying to get a horse. There are certain areas where obviously you're not going to get any good meat, but
I want to try for the wings. Maybe Todak can fly.
no, unfortunately, you would not be able to get much meat out of the wings.
Yeah.
And if you want to fly, just jump onto Dusk.
I feel like that will not go over well. Actually, wait, no. Then she dropped the Todak, and Todak become the angriest bomb. But we've made that joke before. Todak will carve off a couple of feathers and make sure the bookie gets it.
The bookie.
And I forgot to mention this last time, but as when you more or less hunt and like start preparing the meat for the meals and whatnot, Adele will stand near where you basically just dump the organs, put her hand inside the like sort of pile of gore, and just you'll notice that sort of her hand gets stained in red, and then it sort of gets absorbed into her. Ah, yes, the Vita, very food is difficult to digest in this form, but this will suffice. This will suffice.
That's disturbing. And entertaining.
Right. This is going to be a trip, is it?
Well, I don't know. We find the mushrooms,
I'm
then
gonna
we
go
trip.
for a walk.
God damn it, Todak. Kalima, Kalima!
All right. Todak just wraps whatever meat he manages to salvage from the one critter. Do we leave the rest just to rot? Or do we burn them?
Yeah, I
if
was
we
gonna say
burn
this
them,
is on the main road. We should probably not leave the meat to just rot.
Someone's going to come across this and they are going to be terrified of what
Was this
we
on the
do.
main road or was I just lazy? No, this was on the main road.
It-
Okay.
I was gonna say it was on the way to the other city.
Yeah, I just had to double check because I
Just-
need more maps.
well,
As I look
it
at
was
them
just
all.
off of the main road, I believe, because we went to investigate.
Well, if it's not on the main road, then we could probably just leave them in a nice pile and, yeah, let nature do its thing.
Person number 2. Are you? Who's person number 2? Rex, Dusk.
Mm. Mm.
I'm gonna assume from that she's gonna say Rex.
Starting from left going right, or starting from right going left.
Well, I don't know if that's including me, because if it's including me, which oh god, my VTuber's not even up right now. Shit. Then that would be Rex.
If it includes the DM, that's Rex. If it does not include the DM, that's me, and I already don't swear, so that's totally sorry.
Well, no, if
It's
it's
probably me.
no, if it's not including me, then that'd be Dusk because Rex, Dusk, Karen, and I don't have one for Everett yet.
Oh, oops, I was looking at the Roll20 on yours.
Oh yeah, that's also a possibility.
Who is this
Confusing.
game?
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh no,
Okay, now my VTuber's
I would
up.
have broken not cursing.
Rex breaks it all the
I-
time, and he's supposed to be part of the one who is donating to charity whenever he swears.
I have been. There's a local food bank I go to. How about you jam a Tinker toy in a DM and just tell a story?
All right, I'm gonna set the
I have
timer,
I have
and
to
we've also
burn
got to
10 minutes to do a thing now. Damn it! I'm
Set
getting
a
rid.
10-minute timer, no swearing. I haven't set the timer yet, so that one doesn't
Oh,
count.
good.
Silly
Okay.
people.
Set a 10-minute timer, no swearing.
How many feathers can I add to my inventory?
As many as you want.
Yeah. I mean, really, in this case, you've got a lot of bodies you could just start plucking feathers from.
I'm just gonna roll 2d20. I get 11.
Oh yes, Todak, I just had a wonderful thought. Try carving open one of these Pegasi and just crawling inside. It'll keep your skin moist.
He's getting a Red Bull.
That's one way of getting wet for the day.
Usually I just talk dirty. I'm sorry, children. Oh, I'm so sorry.
For sure did that wording on.
All right. I don't know what I missed, but I'm back.
You missed a lot. In just a few seconds, you missed a lot.
Yeah, I'll repeat it. Adal will say, "Oh yes, I have a wonderful thought. Todak, why don't you carve open one of these Pegasi and just crawl inside? It'll keep your skin moist."
And then my comment was, that's one way of getting wet today.
Todak does this.
I had to pull in a Star Wars reference. I'm sorry.
I guess Todak's just gonna sit in the organs while he's carving. You know what? No, he's going to pretty much wrap himself in the liver as he's carving, like an old babushka. Just doing the thing that he needs to do in order to get the meat, and he's getting moistened by blood and viscera.
I don't think Harvey likes what's happening right now.
I wear the
Sad
celestial
boys,
creature's
slow.
organs like a cape.
Sad boy Swobes doesn't like what's happening either. He's got heartburn.
I mean, technically, there is an item called the Angel Skin, which makes any Celestials that see you want to kill you on sight.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll turn a Pegasus into a leather suit. I wonder if it'll be white.
I mean, in this, as long as you don't stain it with blood.
Yeah, I was gonna say they did turn back to white.
I think I'm gonna leave that one alone though because of current company.
Yeah,
don't want-
think
I don't.
current
Yeah,
company would enjoy that.
I'm
Yes.
making a celestial suit.
Yeah, seeing how Dusk is very unhappy by all this, Adele will be nice and transform back into her summon and just start digging a large hole.
Oh, somebody's telling me to kill you, guys, for what you've done.
I mean, they were possessed by some sort of magic.
Yeah, we
The
hit back
resident room.
first.
You hit back first.
I do think I went first, and I do think I splattered them with acid.
You did.
So...
And then I just ran around as Hulk Dak and just one-shot the last of them.
I mean, I could have read the rune, but I completely forgot about that ability.
That sounds like a problem for last time. Now it's a new
Yeah.
day.
And don't worry, we also forgot to do non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Todak didn't.
I think you guys suggested non-lethal damage once before, and he looked at you like you grew 6 heads.
Which when it was on to Karen, so yeah, it probably did happen.
All right.
Yes, non-lethal damage is fine under certain circumstances, but it's impractical when being mobbed by by numbers.
Yeah. Large horses are going to kick our ass even if we non-lethally kill or hurt them.
Maybe. I wasn't exactly. I wasn't sure how
Yeah, I was gonna say I
challenging
never
the
actually
encounter
got
was going
hit
to be.
into
So-
my actual hit points. So
Then let us make camp, or let us move on.
wasn't this like early morning? Weren't
Yeah,
we on our way to the city?
you guys
This is
are.
midnight.
Then we go.
Oh yeah, this was night, wasn't it? Yeah, this was night.
Oh yeah, it was our night encounter.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good breakfast.
Gonna have a good time. Ooh, smoked meat.
As I remember, this was Evra's watch.
No, it was not my watch.
I don't even think we did watches yet, did we?
Yeah,
might
somebody
be
ate the
mine.
watch.
It
Yeah, I
was
think it was
not my
mine.
watch.
Oh, that's right. Because Evra heard it, but then yeah, it was your watch.
Okay, so then I guess we just kind of go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So-
guys can go back to sleep, especially after
get
the
my-
horses are buried. And sorry, what was
Hard
that, Evra?
work.
If we're
I can-
burying the horses, that's probably. Do we have somebody that can move a lot of earth quickly?
We
Todak
have a
is-
we have a large creature with 6 arms. We can just dig.
and Todak is going to take that as a challenge and dig next to it.
Todak's probably going to be busy moving the bodies because I believe he's the only one strong enough to do so.
I am as well.
Yeah,
To be fair, one of them's hollow now, so it's pretty light.
I mean, bones are heavy.
I'm just
whatever.
happy I get spell slots.
Yeah,
Yeah, my strength modifier is a big old 0. I'm not helping.
Todak just holds one of the horses over you. Hold this.
I will be squished.
All right. So we could fast forward it and we say that Todak moves the bodies, six-armed weirdo McGee builds the hole, and we put all of these creatures into a mass grave.
Yes.
We are not good people.
No.
It's better
This
than
is the
nothing.
first time I've been out of the city in who knows how long. Because I never stated my age.
Well, Todak's going to have to get you acquainted with the danger zone, which is anywhere we go.
Yes.
Alright.
Didn't I hear you set a town on fire some week ago?
I mean, you can't prove that.
Eh, not that I cared either way.
I cannot confirm or deny.
I can. I choose not to. Alrighty.
That pit is now forever known as Beelzebub's pit.
Beelzebub's pit. Beelzebub doesn't get to claim credit for that. That's a Todak hole.
Yeah, well, you're not going to claim credit for it, apparently, so... Now he's reconsidering everything.
Takes a Pegasus hoof.
Yes, good catch. Good catch. I need a
Why
lucky.
a hoof?
I need a horseshoe anyway.
They
Oh,
don't
wait,
have horseshoes.
Yeah, no, they're natural-ish. All right. Well, Todak's going back to sleep.
Alright.
The f-
At this
Todak's
point...
trophy deck is getting
It's my
big.
cat.
At this point,
It
you
was
guys...
just a very loud noise.
Oh, God. But yeah, at this point, you guys can go back to sleep. Take a little bit of extra time to rest up. Especially for those that did some hard labor that probably took, with their strength and the 6 arms to dig, like 20 minutes.
I got my spell slots back.
Yay.
I mean, I didn't do anything. My summon did.
Exactly. Well, I'm taking into account that your summon has 6 arms, so that's why it only took like 20 minutes to dig a hole and start throwing bodies into it. Because Todak wouldn't have to carry, he'd just freaking like grab it by the leg and woof, right in there.
Pretty much. Fucking Todak's just playing basketball with a corpse. 2 points. Downtown.
Then morning comes, and you guys can start having your breakfast. The rest of the night went rather peacefully.
Todak's going to prepare horse meat. Yum, 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 yum.
I mean, at least we're making use of their body.
Alright. And while you guys are preparing all of this, give me perception checks, everybody.
Around.
Yeah.
Well, only Todak... Yeah, only Todak notices this, because this was a bit of a high DC. As you guys are preparing your breakfast, Todak, you just happen to look up, and in the distance towards the castle, you see part of the shroud that is around it break off and start heading north. And it is a huge piece.
Shrouds of darkness don't usually just get up and go away, right?
I wonder what you're talking about, but for my, well, yes, but not really here often.
Todak, you can swear again.
Oh, thank fuck. Just sitting here trying to be fucking quiet. It's fucking bullshit.
Well, Todak
Also-
actually doesn't swear that much.
Also, Shamir, I give you mage armor again.
Woo.
Yay for not Squishy being less squishy. Todak
Yeah.
Todak points out what he sees to anyone else that could potentially see it, including starting with Dusk and the bookie.
As far as I know, they don't really just get up and. But I couldn't find any knowledge about this castle.
Changeable, are you in the game?
I am.
She keeps popping in and out of Roll20 for me, but I think for her, she's in there.
Yeah, I'm in here. Wait,
Okay.
it might be this. I was, in
You s-
fact, on 2 different 20s at the same time.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah.
See if that changes it.
You usually have to make sure you're in the... Like, refresh it and make sure it's the right one that loads up when you do that, because I've tried doing it. It doesn't like it.
My computer seems to do it fine unless I have 4 or more open.
Oh no, it's Roll20 doesn't like it, because there's times where it's
Wow.
like I've had to... like, I've rolled something, and then it was rolling something from another character sheet that didn't exist in that game.
That's super. I refreshed it just to make sure it'll stay.
All right. But yes, the cloud is moving straight north and is spreading out.
Oh, it's like covering an area?
It's going a this way. That was really, really big.
Yep, Todak points it out.
That does not seem good.
Nothing about this seems good, but that's part of the fun.
Fair enough.
Should we? Well, probably be prudent to take care of it, but it's not really our job. We can always ignore it. Not our barrel, not our monkeys, so to speak.
Yeah, weren't we supposed to go get information at the nearby city about this and then come back and deal with it?
Yes.
I'd rather go into something knowing more knowledge than having no knowledge.
It is certainly a good idea, yes.
All right,
And then
to the
So-
city.
I was gonna say, so is the consensus to leave the...
Leave the crazy alone for now. Go to the city, learn a thing, and then come back to crazy.
Oh boy, I have to add another term.
Task, you've been awfully quiet. What do you think on this matter?
Want
We stick
that
to the
removed?
plan.
I'm here now.
Okay.
I try to stay in mod view nowadays.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I say we stick to the plan. Head to town. No more killing Pegasus.
Unless they
I'm
bite
just-
me first.
I was gonna say, that was
Unless they
never a
bite you first.
plan.
To be fair, whatever is the darkness that's flying away might be what controlled the Pegasi.
Yeah, just thinking something along that lines. Or at least
Yeah.
related in some way.
Unfortunately, it doesn't have runes on it. I can't read that.
Maybe if we head to the city, someone will get a rune on their forehead, and we detain them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if someone can grapple them, I can just research it for a bit.
I can do that next time. That should not be too difficult.
Oh, that's gonna go over so well. All right.
Todak's just going to suplex them into hell.
So are you guys gonna be following the road, or are you just gonna try to take a straight line till you get to the towards the, closer to the city?
How far? Well, I think we're like 2 days away from the city, right?
I thought we were closer than that because we were
Yeah.
flying.
Well, that's yeah. You guys were gonna be flying for a while, so
Yeah, we got like a day of flying and then probably a day of walking. Not to be too suspicious.
yeah. Well, you guys are about 170 kilometers now away from the edge. Which let me see if I still have that. I don't. Miles, which is 105 miles. So at normal time, you guys are 5 days away. So I'd say you still got probably about 2 days of flying and then another day of walking. Jesus. Alright. So you guys get to take off for a bit. And you do manage to travel quite a ways. And as you land for any sort of... are you landing for lunch?
Soon we take normal breaks.
Right? As
Yeah.
you guys land for lunch, you notice that the cloud that that broke off from the castle, while was quite a ways away, has actually made it incredibly close, like dangerously close to where you guys are. Give me perception checks.
Oof. I did not do well this time.
Teal'c and Chimera, you both start to hear, as it gets closer, this buzzing or
Hmm.
humming. Think of a drone.
I hear a droning sound. It's like it's like Zerzix is here, but he's not currently. That's rather odd.
Sorry, you hear what?
It's like a droning, buzzing noise.
Is this a
Todak.
swarm locust?
Todak immediately gets his bow out and starts scanning the skies. He knows that sound.
You look up at the skies and you do see a literal cloud kind of coming out towards where you guys are, and you also recognize the sound once it starts to get a little bit closer. Now that it's been pointed out to you. However, what you remember from last time was about 5 or 6 of the little drones that you had fought. This is hundreds. This is literal a dark cloud.
Oh. Bugger.
Maybe we should get out of sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have AoEs, but not that many AoEs.
Is there anywhere in the immediate area that might be used for shelter under trees, thick trees, any sort of overhead cover?
Give me perceptions. Everybody that's looking for a place to hide.
Yeah.
Dusk and Todak and Chimera, you both, while looking around, you spot a few different areas that you could all hide under, and one area that where the cart would actually fit underneath as well. You wouldn't be able to stay with the cart in that area, but you'd be able to put it out from view.
So we'd hide the cart one place and hide ourselves in another.
Yes.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
All right. If you guys are gonna do that, give me stealth checks.
No.
I love that. No.
Where are we hiding again?
Okay, I'm not that bad at stealth.
You're basically hiding out in underneath like roots and stuff,
I,
like tree roots.
the heavy armor penalty no longer applies, but I don't know how to fix the armor.
That's fine.
I'm going to cast a major image to make it look like a large amount of overgrowth under the roots.
Okay. Major image. God, it's a 3rd level spell. Great image. Okay. As you guys start to hide, you see through the major image that was cast, the cloud descends into the forest. And a few of the actual drones, you actually see some rather big ones, about the size of a human. Their eyes glow red as a beam comes out and seems to start scanning the area.
If I wanted to play a sci-fi game, I'd have fucking picked Star Wars. I'm a little fucking poisonous, angry toad. I don't know what you want me to do against Mecha.
I thought you loved mecha.
I do, but not as a frog.
At first, the one that is closest to you seems to hover over where you guys are hiding for a moment, as if it may have detected something, but it moves on, and soon the swarm disappears and light starts to return to the area.
Todak doesn't like this. Perhaps we travel the rest of the way on foot.
If we travel the rest
Yeah,
of the way on
probably
foot,
a
it's
good
going to
idea.
take longer.
I will take longer if it doesn't
Well-
mean having to deal with a cloud full of angry laser thingies.
Fair.
And ever, if you wanted to check them out or anything while they were there, without actually getting close, I will still give you the opportunity.
Would a history check work on them to see how much I know about them? And it's
It is. I wouldn't say. I'm not going to say no, but it's not going to be an easy check. However, if you want to record them down, their sizes, what they're doing, and stuff like that, you don't need to do a check for that.
Well, one's in range. Can I make an Arcana check on it? See if I can like identify anything on it or anything
Magical.
regarding it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Nope.
can also Arcana.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I did much better.
All right. Well, with its design, it is incredibly hard to tell anything about it. There's no markings. There's no real runes, but you can tell, Shamira, from from just observing it, that it seems to be enveloped in a sort of magic that is driving it.
Okay, so next time we run into these, I might be able to dispel magic.
Somebody does have grenades. In case he forgot to put them on his list.
Oh, that's right. I stole anti-magic grenades from that one asshole, didn't I?
He gave them to you.
I probably threatened him for them, but yes, hold on. I'm going to write these down.
Just call them shaft grenades.
Okay.
I was inspired
Yes.
slightly by the shaft grenades from Metal Gear Solid 4 that would actually disrupt certain technology and actually like shut them down. So I thought that was a good idea.
Fair enough. Do we begin the travel again?
Well, you guys have just sat down. You haven't even had a chance to have lunch yet.
Then we eat well hidden, I guess.
Major images cast, and as far as you can tell, you could even can't open their eyes. Oh God! While Flying Rex's Todax's eyes have sealed shut. I can't allow that, unfortunately.
I was gonna say, I'm both an archer and a scout. I mean,
Okay, I have to
that's
put
hilarious. But no.
those points back. I have to approve that, and I have to refund those points.
I mean, if you wanted to be mean, I could take off my hood. I do have sunlight sensitivity.
That is true, you do.
And I do keep a plague doctor's mask on and my hood during the day.
Yeah, with the major image up, it's not that big of a deal to start making a meal, especially if you guys wait a little bit for the cloud to get further away.
Yes.
Dusk, I'll take a look at that once we're done there, because I think I know how to fix it.
It's in the mods. I just don't know how to adjust.
Right, but with supper cooked, you guys can start making your way on foot.
Are we still going to use the cart, just not in the air?
That is up to you guys.
We're gonna have to. It's either that or we hide it somewhere.
Or we keep it in its hiding spot? Going by cart is just a bit faster.
I'd say it's faster. It's just technically easier for those who are not physically inclined.
That's fair.
I can
My
always
character
just
is
push it.
fine dexterity. Just great.
I can always just push it. It should not be too difficult to go on land.
Also, I mean, technically, if your summon's not you, you could just go at a fast pace.
Yes, I can float around the place, but it'd be rude to those who have to walk. Oh wait, I don't care. I start start floating.
All right.
So I guess, are we pushing the cart or are we leaving it here?
I mean,
Honestly, we should probably pay to have it stored at the city, the town.
Alright, then I'll push it along, and then once we get to the city, well, actually once we get close enough to the city, I'm going to have to probably desummon my summon and have Todak pull it along.
hold on a second here. Do we not have summon creature? Like summon mount or something like that?
No.
I can summon something that could pull, yes, that would work.
There you go.
Yes, unless I don't have anything like that.
The only reason why I'm loath to transform just to pull a cart is because there's always that potential. I don't exactly keep myself sane doing it.
I mean,
Oh,
you
you
don't need to
mean-
transform. You have the gauntlets.
Oh, that's
remember?
right. I'm just strong.
Yes, you're the strongest one here.
That's right. Never mind. Just Todak grabs the reins and just starts running.
Somebody grab a whip.
Just a small frog pulling this whole caravan like it's nothing.
Surprisingly, for being a librarian, most of my spells, like 90% of my spells, are damage spells.
See, the librarian didn't sign up to be a librarian with the intent of learning. You signed up to be a librarian to keep yourself from destroying everything.
Yeah, like and even the spells that aren't technically damage spells are not good either. Dominate person, detect thoughts.
Oh,
You're
mommy.
not getting shit away from me.
Not that Todak minds. Todak is a pop-up book when it comes to understanding what he's about.
Dominate person and read minds. Oh, mommy.
I was like, yes, she does not like information being kept from her.
So, Todak doesn't even need to stop as often.
Also, Todak, I did send you a whisper.
I see it.
Just making sure.
All right.
Oh, this
And-
is not.
Hmm.
I also forgot I had Crown of Madness.
Crown of Madness is fun. Yeah. Todak hauls ass.
Right, yeah, you guys can get in the cart and you guys can start moving. And as you guys move throughout the day, and even and once the nighttime hits, your watches go through, and the cloud still seems to be going north. You can. It's almost like it's heading to a specific place.
So it wasn't necessarily after us.
Not necessarily, no. Morning comes, and you guys can have some more meat. Probably want to get through that stuff quickly before it rots.
Yeah.
And you guys can get back on the road and start traveling that way. And in a couple more days, as you get close to Altenheim, you can see the clouds starting to return. But you guys are just outside Altenheim, and I need to grab a map for this because I forgot to grab one. be a good one. Maps are hard. 'Cause I'm picky. This one's actually not bad. That's not
Is
what
that
I
my
wanted.
work phone or is that my personal phone that keeps buzzing?
Thank God nobody can see what I'm doing.
Quit staring at porn while you're streaming.
Just when I try to save an image, it sometimes doesn't go to the folder that I had it in originally. Shit. Oh my god. Oh, apparently, it was definitely not in. No.
Ow.
Could they actually see it?
No. Thank God, I panicked for a minute. It's 25 by 25.
I barf.
Alright. This is actually a really nice map for what we're doing. Map layer.
Todak hates it already. I don't know what it is.
So you guys are here. I'm going to get rid of the grid because it's not needed. And you guys are pretty much just going to be right here. Just on the outside, there is still a bit of a river to cross.
Todak still just running, carrying a carriage on his back.
As you
I
guys
was
get
gonna say,
close to the building, and are you carrying it on your back or are you just pulling it?
Just pulling it, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys get close, there are several guards standing at the edge of the road, and they move to block your path.
You're going to stop the frog, the small grung, who is pulling a cart with 4 regular-sized people in it.
As you get close, you can notice that they are wearing rather heavy armor, and it's a little ornate, but it looks beat up. These are guards that they don't care about keeping their armor shiny, because they know they're going to have to kill something, and it's just going to get dirty. You want to rephrase that?
Not even remotely.
uh,
But Todak will slow down.
Dusk is walking alongside the cart, not in it.
That's fair.
oh,
Okay.
Shamira 100% is just sitting.
While wearing a plague doctor mask, Adele's going to ruffle through Todak's belongings to find her old signet ring and just sort of show that off, showing that she's a noble.
Uh,
Yeah, that's fair. That's in there.
I was gonna say, I am technically of some renown, but only to the academics. So, this would not help
Yeah.
with,
But now you guys are going to get into the good
Guards.
stuff. So as you get close, and you come to I'm assuming you're coming to a stop because the guards are not moving.
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess once we come to a
Good
stop,
day.
she'll say, "Hello, hello. I am Adele of Lord Baron of House Teal'c. Please let us through. Let us through."
One of the guards actually steps forward, and he has his armor is like the most ornate looking. It is a signal of his rank, and he says, "I don't care what part of noble house you are from. Everybody that passes through must do a check if they are not from this city. Show me your papers to prove you are here, otherwise we will go through introductions." This is a rather large man as well.
Wait, he wants papers to prove that we're here?
Either prove that you guys are from here, or you guys will go through the process of being allowed into the city.
What
Oh,
is the process for being in, for gaining entrance?
Yes.
What
lo-
is
this is
processed?
This is a capital city, so they can't keep track of everybody that lives here without papers.
So yeah, so what is
No.
our process of getting in?
First, you will state your names and your business. And another guard walks up and pulls out a scroll with a feather pen.
Okay.
Information and shelter.
And your name.
Dusk. Of- right. She says, Dusk, priestess of Miklas.
A priestess, huh? So does that mean you're a cleric?
Yes.
He snaps his fingers, and another guard runs up with a bag and pulls out a bracelet. Then you will be wearing this.
An anti-magic city?
No, it's not an anti-magic city. It's going to be explained.
What does it do?
This will track you, and if you start using spells that are not wanted or legal within the city, you will be found and arrested.
We're good. Chill.
This is not the best for me.
She just kind of raises one eyebrow, looks at the town, looks at the bracelet, looks back over her shoulder at her comrades, and she says, "Well, I don't think that our business here is that important. We'll be on our way. However, we may have a cart for sale."
For the record, you have to return the bracelet when you leave the city. It only is applicable inside the walls.
I'm sorry, but I don't know your village or town for anything and don't trust your motives. So, if these are your rules, I would be honor bound to oblige by them or not enter. And I think I'll not enter. But thank you.
Have you not heard of the capital city of this country? Have you been living under a rock?
In a
Actually,
way.
more or less.
For fuck's sakes.
For the record, can I try to insight the guy, see if he's telling the truth?
Go ahead. You can tell he is definitely telling the truth.
Well, it might be a terrible idea. I'm just going to cast Detect Magic and try to eye those the bracelets, see if I can understand the magic that's going on.
When you just cast Detect Magic, you can tell that there is... Okay, yeah, that worked. There is magic that is surrounding it. It is very light and faint, but you can tell that it does not dispel magic. It is only a...
Is it like divination?
It is a divination. It is a divination type of magic. Very, very light, very, very weak, but it would do exactly as he said.
Well, it does sound like he's telling the truth, and from what I can see of that device, it does seem like it's rather weak, but it does seem like it would only detect. It should be fine.
And you, Noble, what is House Teal'c? I'm assuming you're some sort of spellcaster.
Yes, I'm, well, the head engineer for a time, but yes, I do know magic. I would not mind so much wearing such a bracelet in these walls.
And what exactly kind of spellcaster are you?
Adele just looks blankly at him for a moment, like, I honestly don't know. It's rather complicated.
I see. Another bracelet is pulled out, this one of a different color. The one that was for Dusk was a white. This one has a bit of a grayish color to it. It's gray. It's not grayish.
Okay, then yeah, she'll
Before we
go ahead.
all right, go ahead. I was gonna say before we go any further, is your population going to be triggered by people of unnatural origins? Are they going to flip out when they see me and my wings?
Yes, she's an angel, so you know.
No. Just our king only tolerates you magic casters. He allows you in the city, he allows you free range, he just does not allow certain types of spells, nothing to attack or harm or control somebody. He's incredibly wary of
Fair
every
enough.
type of spellcaster, including clerics.
It's not
Fair,
unexpected, I
fair.
suppose.
Anyways, Adele like lifts up her arm to have the bracelet put on her.
The guard walks forward and slips it around her arm, and it.
Yeah, as as she lifts her arm, you notice all the dangling blades from her wrist, and as I guess he tentatively puts the bracelet on her arm, it falls off. Oh, oops! Apologies for that. At which point she picks it up off the ground and like puts it around one of the bandages on her wrist. There, that should work.
Make sure that doesn't fall off again.
She like wiggles her wrist, the blades clattering together, and the bangle seems to be staying on now.
Weapons are allowed in the city, of course. We're not going
You
to start
seem to be a
confiscating them.
bit battered.
Excuse me?
Let's hope not. You seem a bit battered, battle worn. I assume by your uh, attire and how used it is that you're not unaccustomed to assaults on the city.
That's the capital city. Things love to come and attack here. Undead, bandits, giants. Even had a beholder once. I still have one of its eye stalks.
Ooh,
Why would a beholder come here?
treasury, most likely. Oh, well, it depends on what the beholder is after.
I didn't
Well-
stop to ask, I just killed.
I see you have a river here. How's the fishing?
The fishing is well. This river leads out to the ocean. And fish love to come upstream for mating seasons.
Real? Huh. All right, I'll take a bracelet.
And you place it on, and it feels just like a regular old little cloth bracelet. And you, woman in the cart, your name?
Shamira Vareth, I am here to study your library for my own. I don't assume you know much in the academic circles, but I do just need some points of references that are located in your library that unfortunately I do not have in my own.
To achieve my rank, I need to study quite extensively. Assuming that that you are not some sort of nerd and you are an adventurer like the rest of them, what is it that you are?
Well, this is the time. Do I use deception to try to lie? No,
They're
there's
not
no
asking
getting
you.
around
They're
it.
not asking your race. They're not asking your race.
I know deception of like my class. Like, do I try to lie and be like, oh, just But I don't think I'd get away with that. Unfortunately, I have been trying to get on good side of people hating magic. I've been tainted with sorcery.
We haven't burned down the city yet. Good.
Sorcerer, sorceress. All right.
Sorcery.
A red bracelet is procured and is offered to you.
I take it and put it on. Thankfully, this doesn't clash.
And lastly, the grung. Your name and what do you do?
Toadax and fucks your mother.
No. He's a hunter and
Todak
our pack
is my
mule.
Hold on.
and my bodyguard.
Also
I,
true.
I like my answer better, but okay.
You have a very strange last name, Todak fucks your mother. But I do not question the grung.
Yeah.
I hope you're that dumb.
Well, if you ever get arrested, that is what name is going to be used because you decided to be a smartass.
Well,
I'll say hi
let's
to your
hope it,
mother for you.
it doesn't come to that, though I suspect that the courts would probably get a chuckle regardless.
And somebody
I'm
said he was a
very much
hunter,
debating
bodyguard,
Dispel.
And pack mule.
pack mule. So is he a ranger? Seems like a useless ranger.
Todak's eye
Useless.
starts twitching.
He's very good at punching things.
It's a very weird ranger you have there. A green
Well, he's
bracelet
a
is
bodyguard.
procured.
Right. He may be unusual, but the fact that he is as capable as he is the reason that he is in the party, despite him being unusual.
There's a single spell.
The guard moves to put the bracelet on Todak.
Todak-
I'll do that.
Yeah. Go ahead, touch
I'll do
Todak,
that.
see what happens.
No
guard-
offense to you,
guard-
sir, but Todak is poisonous to the touch.
Oh,
the guard
why you tell
touches-
Todak's secret.
The guard touches Todak and seems unaffected as he puts on the bracelet. And you notice this guard specifically has snake-like features. This is not the big tall guy. This is one of the other ones.
Oh, they actually have one on staff? That's bullshit.
A Yanti.
Yep.
Okay. Well, they are typically considered an evil race, so I suppose. Sure. The what do you call it?
Doesn't need to
The
be put on leash.
morality of this city has just gone a little bit easier to accept, I think.
Oh, Ukulele, Frab Jeste. The guards here seem very capable.
Look.
Todak is annoyed with this now.
I told you, I took down a beholder. Do I need to grab the eye stalk to prove it so that way you guys know that we're capable or something?
I mean,
God damn.
I would
No.
enjoy you bringing it out.
I bet you would, but
Research-wise, that would be very nice.
Todak just pulls out his own trophy
Wow.
rack. Well, while we're comparing,
Fledgling adventurer. I used to be an adventurer like you, but then I got married and became a royal guard.
that was your first mistake.
I mean, I've only been an adventurer for 3 days now.
Todak is bored with this.
Yeah, I haven't been outside of a library in, I must say, entirely too long.
Well, you
Like
are
I
allowed
said-
in the capital.
Primarily. And like I said, primarily we are here for shellfish.
And I am, of course, here for knowledge.
Yes, we plan to raid the castle. Not this one, but the one to the south.
He grips his polearm very tightly for a moment when you said raid the castle, and then when you specify, he relaxes and says, "You should have led with not this castle."
Fair.
Not
Yeah,
nearly as
just-
much fun.
It was the same sentence, so not too out of place.
So
now.
you want to? May I ask why you want to go into that cursed place?
Make it less cursed.
To be honest, I forgot, but
Pretty
I
much.
do believe these two here, they had a prior business before I joined up with them.
Magical knowledge of any sort would be useful to better keep us safe
Our,
from it.
our business is the business. Well, actually, what town are we from?
Ulistenberg.
Ulistenberg?
Listenberg. Our business is for Ulistenberg. We are.
What's it for a
I can't
bag?
explain it.
I think there's a bag at the castle to the south. Oh, right, and that's where the humans are disappearing to. All right, yes, I remember now.
So you're going after that. Alright. Then be quick. If you need to go anywhere, you need knowledge. We'd like this taken care of quickly. The king does not let us interfere.
Okay, well, you've already admitted as much that you know something about what's going on out there. Is there anything that you can't tell us? That is why we're here.
Yes, our archivist
Mhm.
would be very happy to know, and anything she knows would be of great use to us.
What
Be-
I know is very little of what's going on in that castle. All
I
I
know you
kn-
said
Okay.
you're not allowed to use certain types of magic. Has there been anyone to get out of that castle who has maybe come here?
He looks for a moment and hesitates. It's like, there was a woman wearing some sort of odd armor that came through here.
She's not still here?
No, she left weeks ago. She came to talk to the king.
So we should seek an audience with the king if I need more info after I search your library.
You can definitely try. She was very persuasive.
Todak squints.
We are not.
Hmm.
I mean,
And
I
oh,
am
go ahead.
semi-charismatic. I'm just awkward.
Todak's very charismatic in his own mind.
With a negative goddamn charisma modifier.
Did I
I-
tell you what my charisma is?
I don't think you did.
My charisma's a whopping 4.
I have a plus.
My charisma's a -4.
Huh.
Negative
Which is
3.
why I really thought about deception and saying I wasn't magical. Because, like, if we find someone whose brain I literally need to pick, I can't do that here.
Sure you can.
I have 2 spells I can cast legally in this town. And they're both cantrips.
See, it only matters legally if you give a flying fuck.
That's fair.
Well, with the
No,
bracelets, you'll be detected instantly and arrested. And I'd love for you
Wow.
guys to try to fight these guards.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I have been trying to figure out if dispel magic would work on this bracelet.
It
And
probably
if it
would.
would get me caught.
Yes.
And that is most likely yes.
Well, it would get you alerted, but not caught, because then you could run away from the bracelet.
Yeah, and they quite literally haven't seen my face.
That is true, but they would still be on the lookout for anybody that it does not belong here.
Yeah. But they need papers to remember who is here.
Yeah, it would be a manhunt, and it would be hilarious.
And I feel like I could potentially forge some documents after seeing their library.
This is gonna get interesting.
I mean, all you really need to do is see one commoner here and just use disguise self if you have it.
Don't.
Sad,
Again,
neither do
most
I.
of my stuff is hurt people, Crown of Madness, Tech Bots, Dominate Person, Dispel Magic.
I just turn into the frog person that I am, and I just disappear into the aether.
Go. But this is just in case.
Lots of just in case.
It makes sense. The spells that you have are designed for self-defense in a world full of very dangerous creatures. Hopefully, we won't run into any of them in the city.
Yeah. Is there any markings on these bracelets, or are they just purely like a fabric bracelet?
It's just purely fabric.
Any runes?
No. Yeah, you guys now have access to the city as the guards move away from the road.
All right.
Nice.
Well,
Alright.
let's go.
Yep. I assume this means we go to whatever passes for a library as Todak just pulls the cart.
Why don't we find lodging first? I am going to assume that we will be here for a while and some place to
Store the cart.
stow the cart.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we going to take the cart back, or are we gonna just leave it? Back.
I think it would be a good idea to find a nice inn and just leave it here for a month.
Okay.
Just to be sure. It probably won't take that long, but who knows? We don't want it getting sold out from under us, or do we care? I don't really care.
We do not have it. I mean, what's the condition of the cart?
It's in pretty good condition. It was Auntie Karen's.
Yeah, well, see if we can't. Let's find out how much it costs to actually store it. If it costs more to store it than it does to buy a new cart, then we'll just sell it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could also always just buy it's easier than a cart. No, could Todak right amount?
Todak,
Or would he literally poison it?
I mean, it's gonna sound real dirty, but Dusk usually never mind. Dusk usually carries me around.
That's fair.
Todak rides Dusk.
I didn't want to word it that way, but that is kind of how it comes out.
Okay, so
Uh,
we would only need one mount for the two of you.
well, Dusk, are you going to confer with Auntie Karen if possible? Because this is her
Yeah, I
cart.
can ask her later. I can ask her later. But first things first, let's find an inn.
Yeah, I need to. You guys don't have to come with me to the library.
I
If I
also
need Dole for
need
you.
to. Right. I also need to find a what do you call it? There's
Chart?
got to be some sort of board or a place to find out what magics are permitted and what magics are not.
Yeah, there's definitely offices you could go to, guard offices and such.
He said anything that would harm people or control them. Way.
Divination. But she needs to just, make sure that divination type spells and communication spells are not illegal before she casts her spell to talk to Auntie Karen.
Spying on people would technically be considered harming them. However, talking to somebody through sending or such would not be considered illegal because it's not harming somebody or trying to control them.
Easy
What
enough.
would
They must
detective
have,
thought be?
Invasion of privacy.
yeah, invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
All right.
yeah, that'd probably be trouble.
Let's head to let's find an inn, one that seems suitable to our tastes, and while
Suitable
walking through the
your
city,
taste.
she's going to, well, basically, she's also
Yeah.
going to keep an eye out for temples to see what kind of representation they have.
Alright, so you guys are going to be walking there. You're looking for temples. You can give me a perception check for the temples and perception check to find an inn that would suit your tastes.
Looking for an egg.
Looks like Todak knows where everybody sleeps better than they do.
And Duska, another perception, unless you only want to try to look for the church while they look for the inn. Okay. Is the first one for the inn or first one for the churches?
I would assume the inn.
Okay. Well, you guys are looking around, and everybody actually can spot a few inns. It's definitely travel friendly here. They just have strict rules. There's a few ones that look a little run down. There's a couple that look really high end. Some that definitely look like is not a place that you would bring kids around. A little rough, a little
Tumble.
Amsterdam-y.
Amsterdam.
It's got a bit of
Might
an odd
also-
smell to it, but you know, it's not necessarily an unpleasant smell depending on who you talk to. Saber.
Might also be a broth.
I mean, that's why I did say Amsterdam. Everything's legal over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have plenty of options. As for the church's dusk, you do notice there are small places of worship, but but around here, surprising for a capital, there are. Yeah, it smells like skunk. I don't know why people say it smells better than cigarettes. There are very, very small places of worship, but nothing that should be large like in a normal capital of this era.
Okay, so something more akin to small little shrines rather than a temple.
No, there's like actual like little churches, but they're very, very small. You'd be able to fit in like 20 people for a gathering or a service.
Any patrons that she recognizes?
Yeah, there's a few. You see one for Miklas, one for the other ones as well. The only reason why I only remember Miklas is because everybody's choosing Miklas.
Because I'm in class.
No, I mean like in this game you're Miklas. In the other game, there's two Miklases.
Well, to be fair, given the nature of the other gods, Nicholas seems the most appropriate choice.
Yeah, it's just I can't remember the other ones because nobody decides to bring them up. But yeah, no, you spot like there are several different churches of different faiths, so
I was gonna say it depends on what gods you're using.
one's in the book that I sent you.
Okay.
Grim.
They're not technically gods either. They're
Yes, the gods
archangels.
are dead, and yeah, the archangels are more or less taking their place.
Okay.
Right.
I was gonna say for lodging places, we at least need somewhere that also lets us have a horse or have a carriage. Why don't you guys have a horse for the carriage, by the way?
There was an ox,
Yeah,
but we left it
ox.
at the other city because we could fly.
Okay, that's fair.
Todak is here.
And Todak is also here.
There are a few that look like they have stables and places for carts as well.
Well, Todak
Uh,
rolled really high on that perception. Can he just find a really good spot?
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm giving you guys options. There's a lot of places that would fit you guys really well. It's just you guys just can pick one.
Moderate living. Let's see. Moderate. Wait, where's... Damn it. Expenses. Modest. Actually, why don't we just go with comfortable?
That could work.
We'll do a comfortable living in and find out how much it's going to cost to stow a cart for a month.
So
I'm going to
comfortable.
assume that it won't be that much. Comfortable means 2 gold a day for each of us will cost 2 gold for a comfortable.
Yeah.
living.
Well, like I said, there are definitely places that will fit the comfortable living setting. And some of them do fit that Amsterdam-y feel. If people want
Don't
to
need
get a
that.
little high
Just-
or
Todak doesn't give a fuck.
get laid.
I am a ghost. I can't do anything.
Hey, I'm just giving people options because we got a new person here and I don't know what she's into. Although,
Sure,
if
just throw
anything,
all
is
the blame on her.
although if anything from her D&D session that I caught last time is a friggin' forest full of naked elves.
They're not naked, but it is a coven of just female elves.
I mean, that's the game I saw. You just said, "Hey, let's go with them naked because it's funny."
Yeah.
It's not actually uncommon either.
Oh, I know.
Nudity is bestity.
Says the man wearing plenty of clothes and creature bits.
Well,
They're
I was
going-
told I'm not allowed to be naked, so fuck you.
Yeah, because you're poisonous to the touch.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, you guys picking in. I'm not going to say, "Oh, this is a Dragon's
But we
Heaven."
pick
Hey, how's it going?
an inn.
Yeah, just a nice
Amsterdamian.
non-Amsterdamian inn.
Yeah, you go to a place, and I'm going to now try to. How's it going? I'm going to try to find a name generator because I'm terrible with names.
I can do that. I can do
Okay.
that.
Uh,
Tavern.
this one you head up to, and it is the Devilish Stone Bar.
There we go.
It is on the hanging from above it is there's a sign that has a stone that has like horns and a tail and a bit of a devilish smile with a mug next to it. Make sure to get some brownies. They're not going to that kind of place, Saber. I can't be naked. My body is currently made of clothes.
Devilish Stone Bar / inn.
Yeah. It has a place where where there's horses that can be stored and a place for carts as well.
Name of the city is what?
This is Altenheim. I will type that into chat.
And we're staying at where again? Sorry.
The Devilish Stone Inn and Bar. If you guys had picked a more Amsterdam one, I was gonna go with the Foamy Library.
The foamy. Never mind.
That's one of the things that came up. It's a bathhouse. Yep, you guys walk in and you're greeted by a rather handsome dark elf.
That is subjective.
As we're like walking into the place, do we see like a stable hand or someone taking care of basically a valet of sorts?
No, there isn't one taking care of anything that you can see.
Ah,
Okay.
ooh, I was mistaken on on how much it costs for a comfortable inn. It's not 2 gold a day. It's 8 silver. It's 2 gold a day for a comfortable lifestyle for it,
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so 8
which is
silver a day.
so 8 silver. Yeah.
Yes, 8 silver a
Todak,
day.
I've got you covered.
I should hope so. Todak doesn't carry money.
I guess walking inside, Adele says, "Hello there. I'm looking for a room. Well, 4 rooms." At which point she shows off her signet ring that she's a noble.
Oh yeah, you have that noble thing, so they have to try to accommodate you, don't they?
Technically not.
Oh, you don't have that background feature?
No, I got the special one from. It doesn't have does not have something like that. Just instead of getting like free rooms, I get an actual house.
The fuck? Well, that was
That's
weird.
pretty fucking funny, actually.
I wasn't saying the fuck to that. I was about to put some liquid enhancer into my water bottle, and it just spurted as I was tipping it. So now I've got to go wash my blanket. I won't do that right
no.
now, but
Lovely.
Dirty.
yeah, it was a premature waterlation.
Man,
I don't know
you're
if they actually do
lucky
have it.
today.
Premature enhancing. Position of privilege. Upon spending an hour speaking in your defense and succeeding a medium DC charisma persuasion check, you can exert your noble privilege to avoid the consequences of law breaking, such as trespassing. You can also use this ability to reduce the consequences of more serious crimes. So you have an ability, just not for getting free lodge and board.
Sad. Okay then. Good to know.
He looks at your ring. It's like, okay. And what can I do for you, honey?
As I said, we need at least 4 rooms. Is that all right with you? At which point you look back to the rest of the party.
Todak usually doesn't get his
Good
own
to me.
room.
Well, now that we're inside, I do actually take off my mask. If
He
we're not in sunlight, I don't have my mask on.
yeah. So no, it's rather dark in here, especially because again, dark elf running the place. And he looks at you and it's like, well, I can definitely do that for you. It will still be 8 silver apiece, but 4 rooms, that's definitely doable right now. We don't exactly have a whole lot of adventurers coming through nowadays.
And why not?
That's right.
Well, with the disappearances of people, and especially people going missing on the road traveling here, they tend to avoid it.
Ah, yes, that's what I was going to ask the guard, but I completely forgot. Thank you for your information. That's very useful. Yes, I assume there's been a bunch of terrible, terrible rumors coming regarding the castle to the south.
Yes, it's quite unfortunate. That place. I've lived here a while, and it's my grandfather told me that this place, the castle, just appeared out of nowhere one day. It was quite surprising. It took out a whole chunk of the mountain with it.
Ah, curiouser and curiouser.
He told me when he was a boy it was a loud bang. That's all he heard, and then all of a sudden, this castle was there, shrouded in darkness.
How do you
Huh.
know if there's actually a castle there if it's surrounded in darkness? Which point she just muses to herself as she probably just walks off.
Because when the cloud disperses to take people, every few hundred years, you get to see the castle.
Is there any way to find more info about this castle?
Well, unfortunately, there's not really much information. Nobody's gone there. Anybody that heads that way just never comes back.
And you've never thought to do something about it?
Well, every now and then a woman comes from the castle and At least so the stories go. Recently, it's been proven true. Uh, to talk to the current ruler, and they never seem to want to do anything after that.
How does one get audience with the ruler?
Well, there's a few ways. You can commit an egregious crime, or put your name in, and hopefully one of these days, during his audience time, he will be able to see you.
Sounds like we'd have an easier time pulling teeth.
I wouldn't
Yes.
recommend that, because usually if he has to see you for a crime, you're going to be executed.
And there's no way to.
We petition for an audience and
Yeah.
hope that we get one quick.
If you guys will go do that, I'll get what information I can about the appearance and like maybe what was in the area before, besides just the mountain. What other events
Actually,
went on, anything that could,
Um,
be interconnected.
anything we do have would either be in the Mages College or the library connected to it.
Oh, I will be visiting.
Dusk is going to make a mental link to Shimria. Hopefully I said that right.
Shamira?
Shamira. So she says, in your research, see if you can't find out if there was any sort of mine or what not. A mine complex or something like that before the castle showed up. If there is, that
I
might
was
be
thinking
a
the same thing.
backdoor in.
It could also explain dig too deep and you find something you might not want to. Is always something as well. But after knowing where you guys are staying and everything, kind of without saying goodbye, Shamira is going to go to essentially the library first and then college.
Let me go with you, Shamira. I have not much else to do here, and well, I'm somewhat academic myself. I can at least assist you.
What type of day, what time of day is it? At what
Oh yeah,
point did we get to the city?
Right now it is about evening, so supper is being served.
mm,
She will suggest maybe we do that first thing.
I will do supper, go to the library because I don't need much sleep, and then come sleep. I need 4 hours. I'm
All
an
right.
elf,
Well,
and the dark does not bother me.
I am the darkness.
I would rather be out in the dark where I do not have sun sensitivity.
fair enough. After dinner, then I am going to go take I am going to take a stroll to the glass temple specific
Right.
and spend some time praying there.
Well, the elf looks at you as well. It's like, and you guys, do you have any accommodations you need? Cots being taken care of, horses, anything like that?
We did have a cart.
All right.
Go
You
ahead.
didn't ask how much it was to for them to keep it for a month.
You didn't. Well,
Uh,
it is normally 5 copper a day. If you plan on staying for a while, we can work out a deal.
$5 copper a day.
Not a terrible deal.
Right,
Yeah, about
that's
14
what
silver for the month.
Yeah. And that's without striking a deal with the dark elf.
Alright, So now the
I mean, we can always just pay for it per day while we're here and then strike a deal once we leave it here.
For time being, as Adele leaves with Shamira, then she'll place a silver coin on the table and then leave.
Oh yeah, I do have to break. So
I
it's
will
8
pay
silver.
to have the cart taken care of for a month.
he looks and says, "A month, you say?"
A gold and a half.
Well, if you're gonna do it for a month, then I don't see any problem with just having it as 7 silver.
Sounds like a deal. Thank you.
And how long do you plan on staying here in the city?
That is a hard question.
A
We
week.
don't know yet.
Depends on how hard to bend her.
Fair enough.
That's a good bender.
Depends on the king or ruler. I don't know if we have been told whether it is a king or queen.
It's a king.
Okay, king.
Well, just be careful. In 9 days, there's going to be a full moon, and there are werewolves about.
Oh.
Is it wet now?
There's a werewolf.
Werewolves. There's a whole clan of them out there somewhere.
And they just come and attack the city.
No, this is normally they actually come here to trade.
Oh.
Do they not like strangers or something?
Well, it's a full moon. I mean, if they don't control themselves or they don't take care of themselves properly during that time, they can go wild, and they sometimes are in the city when it happens. Young Frog, I don't like the way you're laughing.
I don't like how happy he is about this.
Yes, well, our young frog has some experience with, like,
I see.
Did it not end well for them or you?
It ended perfectly.
I see.
Fair.
Well, I will serve you all supper, and then... He has a cute laugh. Don't you fucking lie to us. I will serve you supper because it's just about ready, just a few minutes away, and then you guys are free to do what you want until breakfast time.
thank you. Is there a curfew in this city?
Not one that is explicitly stated. Some guards will try to send you home at night just for safety reasons, but you're not breaking any laws by staying out late.
Good enough.
Good.
After she eats, she heads to the temple
All right, and then two
or
people are heading
the
to
church.
okay, two people are heading to the library. And Todak, what are you gonna be doing?
Todak's just gonna wander around the city, I think. Just hop along the roofs.
Is Toduk carousing? Is that what I am hearing?
Sorry, carousing? Oh no.
Carousing. No, yeah, no.
No. Todak
I
is
don't
just going to be
know
in
that
those
Todak really. Yeah, Todak has never really expressed an interest in alcohol.
Carousing can be getting into mischief or making money, but that is also not something Toduk is usually in.
Nope. Todak has his own agenda. Todak will do what Todak does. And Dusk will have to just pick up the pieces afterwards.
Yeah, that's usually how.
Can't wait to see Hess here.
That is fair.
She will ask Todak with mind to mind what his intentions are and where she'll be able to find.
Todak will be staying within a couple of blocks of the hotel. I have no desire to explore too much more of this city. as most of it seems to suck.
Yeah. It's
So,
certainly not home.
All right.
no.
We will
I will probably
start.
go to the river.
All right. We will start one at a time, or one group at a time, because there's 3 different groups. So we'll start with going to the library.
Okay, so part of my background is academic references. Upon spending an hour and succeeding a medium DC investigation check, I can find a contact within the library, academy, or place of knowledge. They will be friendly towards you and will answer questions regarding research.
All right.
And if I can, I'd like to help that since I have investigation as well.
Well, first
Just
off,
more or less giving her aid.
yeah. So first off, you guys head up to the library, and there are guards posted outside, but they don't seem to say anything to you as you guys walk in. Their armor does look much more polished than the ones you saw outside, but still a little rough.
Seems like the fun gets all the way into the city.
Seems so. Seems they've had a lot of strife here. And you said it was rough or rusted?
Rough.
Okay.
Like they take their time to polish it, but you can only polish so much because scratches that are
It's the sort of thing where it seems well used but taken care of.
yeah. You wouldn't see it on a parade square, but it's definitely something that somebody takes a lot of care in.
It's more practical than what's the word?
A knight in shining armor?
No, it's a more practical instead of decorative.
Yes. You head inside, and sitting at the desk that is there when you walk in, because this library is absolutely massive. Like, you look up at it, and it is at least a good 5 times the size of the one in Listenberg.
Fair to the city.
It
Also,
seems to be a
Listenberg.
touch larger than yours, Shamira.
Just a touch.
Unfortunately, we don't get as much funding.
And inside there, and at the desk, you see a dwarven woman sitting and reading a book. She has a little pair of spectacles on.
Yeah, just go up to her and clear my voice and clear my throat.
She looks up and raises an eyebrow. It's like, ah, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes, lass? What can I do for you?
I'm researching the castle to the south. The one with all the disappearances. Do you have any information what might have been there previously, or any big events that also happened around the same time as the castle appearing?
Oh, you're looking for something rather specific, but I should be able to help you out. If you'd just come with me for a moment, we'll take you to the section of research. Seems ever since that woman appeared, the mages next door come here quite a bit to try to research it, but to little avail, at least. They always seem annoyed when they leave. But you
That is
seem
quite familiar.
you seem rather intelligent, so I think you might have a better time looking it up.
Yeah, I've noticed mages get stuck with specifically their class and forget that all knowledge has power.
Yes, well, there are the odd sorcerers and warlocks that come here as well for research, and they seem rather content with doing good research, but the wizards, well, in my opinion, wizards have a stick up their ass.
I would know it.
But then again, you find a new wizard, and all you have to do is sneeze at them, and they seem to die. So maybe that's why they have such a stick up their ass.
Yeah, years and years of training, and they amount to very little.
Yes, they tend to be. They tend to take too much of their time pondering orbs and whatnot.
I literally altered a magic card to be the wizard pondering his orb not that long ago.
Now she gets up and she starts leading you to the back of the library. And there are quite a few sections of book there, and she pulls out 5. These are all we really have that have any sort of information on the castle itself. It's kind of scattered out through different people's research. Is there any other books that you would like?
Was there any about this area before the castle was there?
We've got plenty of those. Would you like to be a bit more specific so I don't have to bring you an entire mountain of books?
That is fair. Was there any mining facilities or towns or anything of note there before?
Well, I have a couple of books I might be able to bring that'll help you with that. I don't know specifically, but the books will be able to tell you.
All right.
Find yourself a
Um,
table, and I will find you when I get the books.
Shmira is 100% in her element and is like grabbing books. What she can't grab if she, well, there's only 5, but usually if she can't grab all of them, it'll be Mage Hand being used to just grab other books.
Now, these books are rather heavy, and they, from the titles that you can see, you know that it's not going to be just about the castle and the area, but they are
I am looking through essentially dissertations for
pretty
like
much.
specific sentences.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
assuming Teal'c is going to be helping you.
Yep, she's more or less grabbing any books that are too far away. Occasionally, just grabbing one of herself and just sort of flipping through it.
Well, give me investigation checks then.
If again, I'll give her advantage.
Yeah. So yeah, roll again.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You have to change your sheet so that way it automatically gives you advantage.
Yep, I literally can just click that. I forgot to toggle it on.
Yeah. It does take a while, and in that time, 2 more books are brought. One that is all about the topography of the country itself,
Okay.
and one that is on the if there was any. It's a mining catalog of the past 1,000 years.
Because if anyone would have had that area as a mining town for them, it would have been the capital. That's the closest city to it, correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would assume it would have been for the city if there was any sort of mining.
Well, with that there, you look through and everything that is in the history of the books that you have, there is no evidence of any sort of mining town or anything that was used on that part of the mountain. The books that you have, some of them rather old, do note that one of them is a dissertation from an adventurer who was actually passing by the area, and he notes that when the castle appeared, there was a magic circle in the sky. And all he remembers, because he
Yeah, I
never
was
got
gonna
to
say,
he never got to jot it down. All he remembers is a loud boom and being recovered in the city, becoming permanently deaf.
That's a very loud noise.
He notes that he was several miles away from the city when it happened as well, or the castle.
But it was that loud.
Yep.
Okay.
Other
Of
than
course,
that,
there's no easy way in.
yeah, there's nothing about any sort of easy way in. And none of the books actually record anybody entering. There's people that have tried and have been attacked by these mysterious creatures.
Is there any more about
Miss Misa, thank you for the raid.
Is there any more about the story of the woman who constantly comes from the castle?
Every story that you see, it all seems to be shrouded in gray. Oh, a lot of emotes. The castle, the woman that comes through, like a lot of it was speculation that was in the books, but there was a more recent addendum added to one. They all seem to denote that she has the exact same appearance every time she shows up, wearing the same armor, always the same weight, or height, sorry, and always going to meet with the ruler of the capital at the time without any trouble getting in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I assume there is no bracelet upon this visitor.
No.
That would be too easy to figure out, at least what they were.
Man, today's going
It
well. I
seems
got freaking gift subs, now I got a raid.
Yep.
Hey, there you go.
It almost sounds like you're a streamer of some repute.
I know, right? What the hell's going on today?
I know, I had thought about streaming this morning, and then I was like, but I don't want to set up my VTuber right now. Just tiredness going, no, fuck you. My model is just no.
Yeah, you had problems with your model last night, too.
Yeah. I have to get it down today. I have BDSM to talk about.
I saw that.
Please. That
Hot
is the
diggity
literal. That is my stream today. Is I have another person who's not as knowledgeable on, and we're going to do essentially Q&A and talk about BDSM. So it's gonna be a
That's
fun time.
I might rewatch it later because I want to. I want to learn more about
Yeah,
it. Because
that's exactly what you want. You lying bitch!
no, I
I get to
legitimately
be in
want
full succubus form. It's gonna be great.
I do legitimately want to know more about it because I know a bit and I want to take part in it, but you know, I don't have all the knowledge.
Also,
Uh-huh.
if any of you have questions, you can 100% send them to me
All right,
because we are doing literal Q&A portion.
all right.
Not good, thanks. I'm not hungry.
So yeah, you have all that knowledge that you have there.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the books that you were brought don't give anything else.
Unfortunate. So it wasn't actually that much more, except for the whole ruler thing,
Yeah,
than we knew in my own life.
Yes, it seems that this woman's expected.
Yes.
And somehow
Does it say how often she visits? Is it also once 100 years, or is it?
every time there's a new ruler or usually when there's a new ruler and it's been a few years that they are in their rule, that she will show up.
Okay.
So once every generation or so.
Yeah.
it's not a small amount of time.
No. And it's been there since the castle, and she's been coming since the castle was a thing.
Yes.
So we don't even have to go visit. We just need to see the king.
All right, we will move on to Dusk for going to the temple. Or the church, because it's not really a temple, it's too small.
Church. Right. Just a church. First things first, when she approaches, she's going to try to assess the condition of the building.
It's relatively well kept, like all the churches around it are. But there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of people going to or from it. There is a single priest outside right now that is um, holding a donations basket.
Okay. She walks up, stops in front of the priest with a smile, takes out her coin pouch, drops a couple of platinum.
Couple of platinum. Jesus
His
shit names.
his eyes widen and he looks at you and says, "Oh, thank you, miss. Bless you. Nicholas, bless you."
I assume that she has her wings out or does not.
She can't hide them. They're always there.
You truly are an angel as your appearance shows.
She doesn't say anything. She says, "Do you mind if I step inside?"
Oh, absolutely, absolutely anything.
No, absolutely not. You can't allow the Angel of Miklas to show up in the Temple of Miklas.
She gives him a polite little bow, or more of a nod of her head, but not. Says a prayer. I'm assuming that they have uh, their own language, and I'm not going to bother to make it up.
He looks human, so
It's it's no, I meant as in like the religion will have terms and words that are unique to their beliefs.
Like per speak.
Prayer speak, yeah. So
Kind of like
she would
thieves can't, but religious.
right. So
oh
she's
yeah, they
going
do.
to use a bit of that, and then step inside. Uh, and she's going to go right up to where you kneel and pray, and she's going to start praying.
He actually follows you inside and starts brewing a tea for you. It's like, is there anything I can get you?
In a minute. This is a ritual that I must keep.
Yes, yes, of course. I do apologize. And he sits down while the water starts to heat up.
But she does do a full on ritual prayer. And when she's done, does the whole hand gestures and whatnot, turns and smiles to him and she says, "This is a lovely place. A little warm, but lovely. How
Well,
is
Miklas has blessed us with such a humble place.
absolute? How is things? Any issues?"
Well, I'm currently the only one here after the head priest went missing a few days ago.
Ugh,
But he will be with Miklas soon, I believe.
went missing. Can you give me more information to go on that? I assume by the castle. Something to do with the castle.
Yes, unfortunately. A lot of people have gone missing.
Recently,
Yes, it's happened quite a bit over the last few months.
what can you tell me about this? How does it happen? Is there any correlation between who gets chosen and who doesn't?
Mm, not that I can tell. Um, there is. I did see something when the priest got taken, though. We were cleansing the area. We do it weekly just to make sure that, no evil spirits can come in, nothing that would like to violate Miklas's order.
Of course.
And I heard this buzzing noise. I don't know how to describe it other than it sounded like a million bees.
She nods, like she knows she knows exactly what to stop.
And I heard the priest scream, and then this large sphere just took off towards the castle, and he was nowhere to be seen.
I feel like everything we're going to learn at this point is just repetition.
probably, but still gotta find out. We still gotta go through the steps.
Repetition in different ways.
Be right back.
But even repetition can give a little bit of knowledge when it's presented slightly differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my first thought was, okay, so has there been more disappearances since the person visited the ruler?
Well, she
Yeah.
appeared a few weeks ago, and this guy disappeared last week.
There's a history of this area, is there not?
Well, of course, there's a history of the area. I mean, this is the capital city. Or do you mean a
No, I
history
mean
of this happening time and time again?
these occurrences, yes.
I honestly can't tell you. I'm not from here myself.
Um,
But from what I
I-
heard, people were almost expecting this. So it's possible.
It seems odd that they would make no effort to guard against it, to protect against it. So
Well, we did it first, but then the king decreed to not interfere.
interfering is, I don't understand.
Well, we don't question the king. I mean, his word is law. As much as we do devote ourselves to Miklas, we can't really break the laws of this place either.
Should
It was our
question
charge. It is our charge. I can't help but feel that the edict of this king contradicts our lords.
Well, when we first were defending ourselves from those disappearances, we had a lot of people die. Maybe this is just his way of trying to prevent extra loss of life?
Sacrificing someone for. I've heard ancient tales like this. Sacrificing maidens to a dragon so that they don't, so that the village doesn't get devoured. But it's still evil, no matter how you paint it.
Well, that is again. I'm just a humble priest. I don't.
I'm
I,
not
I don't
blaming you.
fight.
I'm just thinking out loud. It doesn't sit well in my stomach.
It's a good thing Todak's not there. He'd blame the old man.
It's a young man.
Whatever, he's an old man to Todak.
Is how old's Todak?
I don't recall.
He's a grung. He's probably not that old.
We don't do age well.
Yeah. This is not your burden. I am simply here to try to do my part. And unfortunately, part of that is figuring out what's happening and why. And to see whether or not there's anything that I can do. As you say, if what you say is true, and I have no reason to doubt you, there really isn't much that I can do. But I still have to try.
Whoops. I accidentally
Right?
hit back. No, you're absolutely right.
Which I,
If you can do something, but the only thing I can do is offer solace to those who have lost their loved ones.
and unfortunately, since the death of Muriella, that is usually the best that we can do. Well, I hope, with a little luck and some effort, maybe I can turn that around. But for now, thank you very much for your kindness and the tea
Hospitality.
and your hospitality.
Council.
Council, yes, that
We know words.
Of course.
Oddly enough, I know words, but I can only think of them after the fact or when somebody else is stumbling. I can't do it when I need it. When I
We
need
know words sometimes.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
Please, just have some tea before you leave.
Ouch. She
This is-
blesses it.
Oh, there's no need for that. This is a special tea that is grown here. The leaves are said to be, well, not said. They act similar to holy water if you ever encounter an undead.
I sense evil.
They are supposedly the feathers of Miklas himself turned into a plant for us to drink.
Todak is immediately suspicious. of Todak
Insight
being there.
check
Go ahead.
and history check.
Yeah, go ahead.
$13 for insight. And well, actually, it's more of a religion check, I think, because I want to know. I want to see if I can't recall any such traditions.
Well, the insight, you can tell he's not lying, that he is being truthful in what he is saying about the tea. However, for a religion check, because of where you're from, you have actually never, and you know, you haven't traveled that much except for when you started. You haven't traveled that much before you started adventuring, right?
She kind of did. I assume that's how she bumped into Todak first. But she is her background is similar to Todak's. She's a what do you call that?
Wandering hermit.
Outlander background.
Okay. You have heard of something like this, but you've never actually witnessed it because you've never been able to get the plant in question. It's an incredibly rare plant. Like, a single leaf of this to be turned into tea could sell for hundreds of platinum.
Yes. Well, she will definitely. Well, she was going to drink it anyway because she needs to trust her.
Cloisters.
Yeah, she needs to trust her faith and the people she's works under. But I just wanted some insight. If you get what I'm saying? So does.
Teal'c's reaction to a single leaf being sold for hundreds of platinum.
Money, give me you.
We're not selling any more amber, buddy.
Fair.
You drink it, and it fills you with a warmth and a similar feeling to when you first actually physically encountered Miklas and gained your wings.
Yes.
It feels like you were again touching Miklas.
This is very nice. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Now,
And she's kind of sort of stay there for a while and just. This is an area of comfort. One of the few things that brings her comfort. So
You mean Todak doesn't bring her
Listen, fishing.
comfort?
of course Todak does too, but it's because he's a friend, and they tend to fish together sometimes.
I also feel Todak might also be a source of some stress.
some stress.
Some stress, some frustration.
Some frustration, some
but-
outright rage, some new gray hairs.
Yeah, that comes with the territory, right?
Mm-hmm. Worth it.
But yeah, I can't think of anything else that she needed to do, but she does want to sort of make sure that the place is in good order. Specifically, if there's any immediate repairs that she can do, she will spend time using her mending skills to fix like anything that can be done.
The place actually is in really good condition. Like, despite the fact that they don't have a whole lot of, I just broke my neck apparently. Despite the fact that they don't have a whole lot of funding, um,
Broke your neck.
my VTuber, it just suddenly snapped to the side. No, it seems in really good repair.
Okay, good. She's glad of that. She will spend time just being friendly and chatting if the guy wants to chat.
And no, he'll definitely talk, especially about the religion. And we will move on to Todak, because he is perusing the city right now, doing God knows what evil.
Well, depending on how many children Todak finds, we'll figure that out.
You had don't, dude, phrasing.
Nope. I said what I said.
So you're hopping from
Context is
rooftop to
everything.
rooftop, yeah?
Yep.
Looking for children to do evil.
Well, looking for just in general. Doesn't have to be children specifically, but yeah, you get the idea.
Keep in mind that we just had dinner. The likelihood that you're going to find children out at night is pretty low.
Yeah. But Chris Hansen would still like to have a talk with you.
Chris Hands can eat a dick. Yeah, no, Todak's just going to peruse the city. I don't like how the city operates. Not untrue. But probably just go to the river and do his water bits and just kind of examine the place.
Right?
Like,
When you head to the river, you actually see a pair of eyes staring at you from it. Just for a moment. Just making sure, blinking one at a time, and then it pops out and you see a grung.
one of my clansmen?
Yes.
Good. Excellent. The clan is here. What have you found?
We haven't found much, unfortunately, and entering this city is a pain in the ass. We tried to sneak past the guards, but they are formidable.
Astute creatures, to say the least.
One would say that if you were to try to fight one, you would lose.
We do not need to fight these metal skirt wearing humanoids. They do their job. That is all we need them to do. For now.
Yes.
Tell me. I am under the impression that other creatures like ourselves will be here soon. What do you know?
We have found the clan of werewolves up in the north. They seem to accept us. But they are a strange bunch. They wear clothes. And they
Ugh.
deal in metals and trade with the normals.
Ingrain them yourselves with them. They make them allies, and Todak says that with some reluctance. And see if they are willing to speak with us as to the situation at hand here.
We have already tried to speak with them and they know little.
Sorry,
However, we have already tried to speak with them and they know little. Unfortunately, we've lost a few scouts to the castle.
leave the castle for now. We will be doing the work here for the time being.
Well, that's the thing, we were nowhere near it. Those spheres gobbled them up.
Interesting. They have taken our clansmen.
Yes, it's quite disturbing.
Move to the thickest brush. Stay hidden. Stay away from those things if you can.
And we've got to hydrate.
Oh, I've still got some Red Bull left. I'm happy.
Thanks, Ken.
Grab a water. Ow.
Yes, of course, Lord Todak.
Bring me tell the leader of the wolves that I will speak with him or them.
Of course, when is it that you would like that to happen?
before the full moon, preferably tomorrow night, if at all feasible. I do not like this city. I do not like this situation. Everyone's saying the same tune. Forced almost.
Yes, it does seem that way. We will go. Whether or not it will speak with you is, well, we will see. You might have to meet outside the city.
I can acquiesce to that minor concession if this creature is too afraid to come to the city.
Yes.
When that meeting happens, we shall bring both clans.
Of course. We outnumber them for sure, but they have experience. We can tell that they are quite formidable hunters.
And for that they shall earn respect. But that is all. Now go.
He goes back into
Todak
the
has
water and
spoken.
starts to head off towards the north.
Cool. So the army of Todak is on standby. I love it.
All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to do for the night?
I think I'm good.
I'm good.
Ken
All good here.
and Dusk. I keep forgetting to say Teal'c because I'm so used to wanting to say Karen. But I know that's not the case, so my brain defaults back. Dusk.
Damn it, I had myself muted. Yeah, just a minute. I am counting out words.
Okay.
Auntie Karen talk time.
Yes, I'm typing it out actually.
One of these days it's gonna roll. It's not gonna go through. One of these days.
And the great fucking underfiend of wherever the hell she is eventually hears your message.
Oh, the Astral Dreadnought just suddenly just like, what the fuck just messaged me? I'm hungry. Well, the church does be contact.
Ugh.
All right, and I'll try to type up a message too as well.
Be still trying to find a way to save you. Okay, just give me 1 second. It is 5%, not 25%, right?
It's out of world. Look it up.
Nope, that's not the compendium. Sending. Okay, it is only 5%. So yeah, no, the message does go through. But yeah, besides that, is there anything you're going to be doing, Dusk, for the night?
She comes back late. If she has time, she'll spend some time fishing actually, and then she'll head home.
Well, at this point, it is getting rather late, so you could go fish for probably an hour, but that's the latest you'd be able to do it. And this is a
Good luck.
massive city,
she-
so it's
Yeah.
going to probably take a while, so.
Catfish. Perfect at night. She doesn't actually collect any fish. She's just doing it for fun
Yep.
and
Todak.
relaxation.
Yeah, you do get a couple of fishing in, you get a few bites, and you always release it.
Yeah.
Good
Then you can head
time.
back.
For her, it's almost religious. It's like it's a way of connecting to her patron. The what do you call it? The peacefulness of it. But yeah, then she had some, or to the end.
Okay, yeah, you head back to the inn, and we're just waiting for Karen's response. And if that even actually goes through, we'll find out. But night passes, and morning comes, and you guys can smell the, you have the scent of freshly baked goods and meat downstairs.
Nice.
Toadek does enjoy breakfast.
Breakfast is quite enjoyable. I had eggs and toast for myself. It was delicious.
Toadek will go and get breakfast, probably not needing to worry about too much.
It's on the inside, god damn it. Alright, let's see. That one goes through. Karen's gonna come back and her eyes are gonna be gone, but she's still gonna be able to see her own brain.
Please no. Auntie Karen already gives enough people nightmares.
The eye on our back tattoo will turn to being a real eye.
Amazing.
I'm guessing, Rex, you don't know the reference to eyes on the inside.
Nope.
In a game called Bloodborne, the whole the Church of Insight is all about putting eyes literally on the inside of your skull.
Oh my god, nope.
Eyes on the inside. All to become friggin' eldritch beings.
Yup.
That is a fuck ton of nope. Thank you very much.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Pretty much.
Check the Discord for a picture of Karen.
Please no!
Do it!
Do not do this!
Do it!
I was gonna say, I have not seen.
That's surely what she's going. That's probably gonna what's. That's probably what's going to happen to her.
Dear God.
Oh god!
Nope.
Yeah,
nope.
that. By the way,
I looked a little too long. Nope.
That
no,
thing-
no.
that thing that's in the hand is used to remove eyes from people while they're still alive.
Is used to what?
Remove eyes from people. Well, if you get attacked by that thing and it
Mm.
grabs you, it will basically shove that into your face and try to rip your eye out.
That's terrifying. I love it.
Fucking no.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you have
Tryptophobia?
tryptophobia,
Trichtophobia.
this would be very bad.
I have many phobias. Trichtophobia is still one of them.
Yeah. The other thing I sent is the final boss of the game, but only if you choose a certain option. And God, he is so cool.
Doesn't
And yeah, he's probably the easiest boss in the game, sadly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's always disappointing.
Yeah, but then they added a new final boss, which is 1,000 times better and cooler and far more
And-
creepy.
A fetus, basically.
He attacks you with a bladed placenta.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he uses his placenta as a weapon.
It's horrifying.
It really is.
That's a word.
You fight him literally moments after being born from his corpse mother.
This is
Sounds
going to be
kinda
Karen.
disgusting, actually.
That's the point.
Literally
Yeah.
gets worse as you talk about it.
All right, enough distractions. So morning comes. Are you guys going down for breakfast?
Yes,
Todek's
breakfast.
no longer hungry. But yes, breakfast sounds lovely right about now.
Alright. Yeah, you guys go down, and there is a table set with breakfast for all four of you.
Todak goes and eats meat for breakfast.
What is it? Bacon, donuts, sausage, and
Lard.
no, bacon, donuts, sausage, and mutton.
And I'll more or less just stuff everything into a bowl of soup and just start smashing it together before putting her hand in, just absorbing it that way.
Mm.
And suddenly Todak becomes the normal one.
I was gonna say I just grab food and eat it normally.
Like a normal person.
Normal's overrated.
Yeah.
So what else? What happens after breakfast? We eat,
Yes.
we drink, we be merry.
We
Well.
tried. We put our name in to see the king.
All right. I was gonna say you got what you guys want to do right now is 100% up to you. So if you want to put your name in to see the king, you absolutely can go do that.
I definitely am doing that because this whole thing with the random woman who shows up every ruler has caught my curiosity.
That's the word. We're looking at suspicion. The word is suspicious.
Oh no, my character is 100% just curious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. All right. Well, are you guys all going together?
I just got to adjust some spells here for a second.
I was gonna say though, if you want tryptophobia though,
No, just shut up. No.
too late. Sent it.
I'm just gonna leave the channel. Fuck you.
Ugh.
That is Rom the Rom the spider. I'm just gonna call him Rom the spider. Vacuous? It's vacuous. It's the vacuous spider. I think Rex is dying now.
I hate you
Okay,
so much.
I think I'm good.
Okay. So are you all going together to try to put your name in to see the king?
Yes,
Yeah, see the king is a group.
we still don't have a name for our group.
Todak and his wenches.
The party is filled surprisingly with nothing but women and then Todak.
Yeah.
I do not believe anyone would be okay with that.
Absolutely not.
I mean,
You-
I don't care.
I think Auntie Karen would probably just be like, whatever.
Yeah, it'd be one of those. Well, I'm not going to respond to that, but whatever you want to call yourself.
Yeah, Samira would 100% not respond.
Let's call ourselves Supernatural Squad.
Alright, which one of you is Dean? Which
Squad.
one of you is Sam?
Yes.
Alright, Garth. Got the horny
I
joke
don't know what
on.
that means, so.
You don't know Garth from Supernatural? Oh my god.
Nope.
I mean, some people.
The
don't
only
like
Garth I know is from Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
Excellent.
The funny thing is, too, actually, I probably shouldn't say this because it's a spoiler, so I'm just gonna post. Oh, can't use that picture. But yeah, no. You guys head up to the, towards the castle, and a few guards stop you, and they are in very, very polished armor.
You cut out. Very, very what?
Polished armor. It's very formal looking.
Doesn't look damaged at all.
I feel like we
Okay.
should just be calling ourselves the Wild Ones.
Yeah.
That's
do have
fair.
11 Pegasi feathers.
So we're gonna call this the Adventures of the Wild Ones from now on.
Adventurers of the Wild Wood. There you go.
I am once again wearing a plague doctor's mask.
Right? The guards look and's like, "Halt! State your business."
We're here to petition audience with the Lord or King.
And they look at you a moment, it's like, "And what exactly do you wish to speak with him about?"
Recent disappearings.
They look and they don't say anything for a moment. They kind of look at each other. It's like, "We know all about the disappearings. If you're here to gripe about another lost lover or family member, hey, Joker, or something like that, the king is aware of your grievances and he gives his condolences."
Oh no, we just want to know more about
I'm sorry,
the
what?
disappearance. I want to know more about the disappearance.
You see, we are problem solvers, and if this is actually a problem, we intend to solve it for you and the
Yeah.
king.
To be completely honest, we are already on a mission to deal with this, and we're here for information.
Well, unfortunately, the king still will not see you for something like that.
He will not see us to potentially put an end to the disappearances of his people.
Okay, let me ask you this then, or let me put it to you a different way. We intend to investigate the disappearance of people. We have come to understand that you seem that the king has some sort of agreement with the people that are causing these disappearances. If we are to not impede on your lord's agreement, then we need to know what that agreement is and where we stand and what we are allowed to do without breaking his agreement with.
Said woman who visits every ruler.
Yes.
As you speak, they put their hands on their weapons and say, "That is enough. Leave. You are still permitted within the walls of the city, but the king will not be seeing you. That is his decree. No adventurers are going to be going and speaking about this."
Interesting.
Well, there will be things done. If we can't speak about it or not, information will be
And
found
we
one way or
will
another.
yeah, so we mean you no disrespect. We will leave.
I mean, you
Understand that
plenty
we
of
will not be
disrespect.
no, we will not be held. We will assume that any actions that we take in the future are with the sole permission of the lord of this territory, as he has deemed it beyond beneath him to discuss it with us.
Quick question: Are
Yes.
we're still under employment of the Duke, right?
The Earl, yes.
Yep.
The Earl, and the Earl outranks this knob slobber, right?
It's a different
No,
city.
it's a
No.
Earl versus a king.
Oh, I mean, it's a king of an area. I
It's a
thought it was
different.
like maybe the okay. never
King
mind,
of
I'll
this
stay.
entire country that you guys are in.
Okay, cool. I just thought he was using the title because it sounded nice.
No, like you're in the capital city.
Yes, as a baron, this person's my boss, basically.
We will not
Uh,
stop you from doing what you want to do outside of the city. However, if you cause harm to the citizens as any sort of direct result of anything you do, well, you've been warned.
to be completely,
Well,
to
we
be
wouldn't
completely
know.
honest, yeah, how could we do more than have them disappear? If our efforts are to prevent them from disappearing, that is by its very nature helping them, not harming them, unless there is some sort of agreement that has been made by the Lord that us going against that agreement might cause them difficulty, which is what we need to talk to him about. But if you don't want us to talk to him, or if he does not want to talk to us, then I can only assume, and we are free to stomp all over any agreement that he may have made.
If we do not have the knowledge, then we do not have the knowledge not do something wrong.
They say nothing, and they keep their stance guarding the gates.
But he turns and leaves.
Well, at least they're consistent.
All right. As
Once we get out of
go ahead.
earshot, she's going to say, has anybody dug up any useful information regarding the castle yet?
Just that every ruler meets with this woman from that castle. Unfortunately, there was nothing there before. There was essentially a sonic boom that could be heard for miles from the castle when it literally dropped from the heavens.
Yes, some adventurer saw this well, portal in the sky, and when he awoke sometime later, after hearing a great kaboom, he was well, he was deaf, even though he was some miles away.
And unfortunately, he was no right down the room he saw on the portal that essentially appeared in the sky.
Is he still a resident of this city?
Hasn't the castle been here for like hundreds of years?
Oh, yeah.
Well over 1,000.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Even elves don't live that long.
I
Well,
have,
he
but
has
well,
I feel you are a special case.
there
true.
may be ways to speak with the dead if we know who he is, if he has a grave. But then again, that's maybe, and what would we even ask them? There may be a record of some sort of what he saw. I assume that you weren't able to really dig up anything more than that. I don't know
Yeah,
where else to go with this.
no one else could have any, no one else had any information about it. We do know that the person who visits every ruler does so after they've ruled for a while, and they are the exact same woman in the exact same armor with the exact same appearance.
Given that they seem to be having those constructs with them, that woman might not actually be real. It might just be a guise of sorts.
Could also be some sort of undead being. There's
True.
liches and vampires.
Well, they don't have any respect for the clergy either, or the gods. What's left of them. Honestly, not getting a whole lot of positive feelings from this temple, this castle.
I believe we have learned everything we're going to from this rather unwilling city.
Yeah, they're definitely hiding something.
It is either we take this place and leave, or potentially we force ourselves into situations where we may be at disadvantageous positionings.
Seems to me that we don't have much of a choice but to leave, although there may be one more outlet to look into. Uh, we look. What if we looked into any mining companies or quarrying companies and see whether or not they have their own history and records regarding that mountain? May not be something.
They did have
The
a
records
book
of our mine.
on
Sorry.
the mining for the last 1,000 years, and there was nothing in the area.
My idea was perhaps that there was the records of a company might be a little bit different than records of the town or the book, if you get what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah. You can erase knowledge if you don't want people knowing you
or
have
they
said
just
knowledge.
the people that wrote, yeah, or the people that wrote that book just never knew about what this particular, how many mining companies were there, how many have come and gone.
Yes, and well, even if there is no mining in that area, we could always. There might be a natural cave system, though. Looks over to Shamira. Would your people be able to know anything about that if there are such things? Because she is the drow, I believe, right?
Yes, she is. I honestly have not.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
thought that as I said it.
To it. I have not had contact with many drow who still live underground in quite some time, but if we found some, I could potentially get information from them. I still do rank higher than others in the drow community.
Well, I'll
Really
leave that
no.
to you. I've heard nothing. I've not heard very many positive stories regarding at least not the ones below ground.
Yeah. I was gonna say, in this one, I assume Loth is not a thing. So
No.
who do the drow worship, or what do culturally?
I need to look up the deities again, but I think there might be one that might at least be somewhat close that would have taken over in that sort
Okay.
of sense.
Because I know specifically for Loth hates men, therefore female drows are looked upon
Oh,
with
yeah.
more favor. But that is Loth.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming that would still carry over, so.
And because I am magic, usually then they have forms of like essentially their own high priestesses and stuff.
Yeah.
So I would not be seen as I might be seen a little bit as betrayal for being up on surface for so long, but I don't think I would be outright disrespected.
No, and there's also the chance that you wouldn't be considered that either. It depends on how the whichever drow sect you talk to views
Yeah.
their society and how their society has developed since the loss of their god.
Yeah. And that is always the fun part.
Yep.
And Samira wouldn't really know. She's 220 years old and been in that city longer than the Duke has.
He inherited you and your library.
Yeah.
You knew him back when he was still flesh and blood.
Yeah.
But with that, I think we're going to call it a little bit early here because I have drank a lot of water and I know Dusk still has to go to bed and it's almost lunchtime and I'm actually getting kind of hungry. Plus, anything we can do now is going to take probably another like 20 minutes, so I don't want to push Dusk too far past his bedtime.
Thank you for that.
So I hope everybody enjoyed. Thanks again, Mei, for the gifted subs. I love you so much. And Misa, thank you for the raid. I've got to come up with some stuff for those things. Hope everybody enjoyed, and we'll be back later tonight with some more something. So catch y'all later. Bye.
Yep. Good game, everyone.
Good
Stay
night,
safe, everyone.
everybody.
Yes.
I got no one to raid.